Ever wonder what goes on behind the scenes of a theater production? Well, I'm Lawrence O'Hara with YJP News, here to take you behind the scenes of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. Behind any good theater production is a really dedicated director. I spoke with Mr. Corey Poole, the director of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. I'm here with the director, Mr. Poole. So tell me, Mr. Poole, what goes into making a production such as You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown?
Well, it's a long process with the use of a lot of students, a lot of different designers. We start off with our auditions back in December. Once we've gone ahead and found all of those roles, then we start into our rehearsals, which you know what that process is like. Sometimes can be long and grueling. Our musical director goes ahead and actually works specifically with working the music. Once the students have learned the music and choreography, then I come in and I go ahead and start working on the directing style of the students, telling the characters and the students what they need to be like, making any modifications, going ahead helping them with blocking so they know exactly where they need to be and when they need to be there. And then once we're done with that, our designers come in and they start working bit by bit while we're doing our items, and they go ahead and create their lighting patterns that they need. They come in and paint, they come in, they build. So that backstage crew isn't usually seen while we're going ahead and working on our aspect of blocking. And then during technical week, usually we go ahead and put everything together, and that will go ahead and also include our use of microphones, so our sound technician comes in at that point to go ahead and start working and creating the levels for you guys. It's a fun process, and working with the students and designers and that kind of stuff, it can create a wonderful show.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Poole.
Excellent, thank you.
After more than a month of rehearsals, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown finally hits the stage to sing and dance into the hearts of many audience members. And boy, was it fun! After all was said and done, the cast and crew gathered around to take some pictures. Well, that wraps it up for your behind-the-scenes tour of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. I'm Lawrence O'Hara for YJP News. See you later.
Hey Jack, I'm Justin Clausen with your weather outlook. Talking about our weather headlines today. Rainy for today. We'll take you to a live look outside for those of you stuck in the classroom. Very rainy conditions, very cloudy, as you can see by the shot. And a little bit of wind too. That's going to factor in for the rest of the day. Continuing with our weather headlines, we're going to have cooler temperatures that are around for a couple days, and then by next week we warm back up. So the cold front's only going to be around just for a little bit. Currently right now, it is 65 degrees. Winds are out of the north-northwest at 15 to 20 miles per hour. It's going to be windy for most of the day. And then our humidity is up at 82%. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, as I step out of the way, past 80% chance of rain, like I said today, and 59 is only going to be our high for tomorrow. So we cool down drastically. Stay for 59 for the high on Thursday, and then warm back up just a little bit on Friday into the lower 60s. Then by the end of the week, Sunday we top out at 73, and then on your Monday we reach 76. Warmer temperatures in sight. Let's look at your weather. Now let's send it back to the anchors.
Hey Jackie, it's Alfonso here with your Outside the Studio update. Zaxby's is a wonderful eatery in which you can dine with the family, hang with friends, or even have a date. Come on, Jackies, let's go in and check it out. I was lucky enough to sit down with the general manager, Tammy, to ask her a few questions about the Zaxby's in Bartow.
We're very excited about being in Bartow. We're excited about the area, the community. This is such a tight-knit community, and I've learned it, being here the last couple of months. Really excited, really excited. Our mission statement is to consistently create encore experiences that enrich lives one person at a time. We'd like to go to Winter Haven. Winter Haven would like for us to come there. We have a lot of people that come. Winter Haven is probably where we're going to look at next.
Thank you, Tammy. And now for the best part. The food. Make sure you come and check Bartow's newest restaurant out, Zaxby's. See you next time on Outside the Studio.
With the 2010 Winter Olympics underway, all eyes are on Vancouver. But back here at home, Bartow High School plays host to its own special kind of Olympics. The Special Olympics was founded in 1962 by Eunice Kennedy Shriver after she started a summer day camp for children and adults with mental and physical disabilities. In July of 1968, the organization held its first Olympic Games in Chicago. Nearly 1,000 individuals from 26 states participated. Now, fast forward 42 years later to the local games held here at the Bartow Memorial Stadium. The number of athletes participating isn't nearly as high as the first ever Special Olympics, but the desire to succeed certainly is. The day begins here with an opening ceremony. Athletes get the chance to parade around the stadium as fans cheer them to victory. The Special Olympics holds many events such as the shot put, track, bicycling, and even tennis. Volunteers from BHS like Eric Helm are needed to ensure that all events can take place. So how long have you been playing tennis?
Right, well, I've been playing tennis like on and off since I was 3 or 4, I guess, because I have a big family of tennis players, so.
And how did you get involved working with the Special Olympics?
Well, I was originally just volunteering with the NHS. Then Miss Harb said there was someone who wanted to play tennis but didn't have an opponent, and she knew I played.
His opponent, Special Olympics participant Charles White, was certainly a tough match, as tennis is nothing new to him. So Charles, how long have you been involved in Special Olympics?
Since I've been in high school.
And do you enjoy participating in the Special Olympics?
Yes, I do.
And do you play any other sports besides tennis?
I play golf, softball, and basketball.
From all the volunteers, parents, and athletes here at the Special Olympics, today was a very good day. From the Bartow Memorial Stadium, Justin Clausen, YJP News.
On this month of October, ghosts, ghouls, and trademark icons of horror come together to the Palace Theater at Universal Studios for one annually epic event. Hey Yellow Jackets, this is Lawrence O'Hara here at Universal Studios for Halloween Horror Nights 19, where all the evil villains and characters that you've known and loved have been ripped straight from the silver screen. From the Wolfman to Chucky to Jigsaw. These characters are going to scare the living daylights out of the guests that walk through the gates of Universal Studios. Alright, let's find some guests and see how they think of Halloween Horror Nights.
Once it started getting dark, it's like you can't tell what's coming after you and what's just walking by. So it's been really well, it's been really good.
Alright, now I'm here with Michael and Maria, so tell me, what do you think of Halloween Horror Nights?
It's scary. It's very, very entertaining. We don't have anything like this in Denmark, so it's quite a show. Yeah.
I think it's better than it's been most years, and Chucky's definitely the best house so far.
Right. Well, what's your guys' favorite character at the moment?
I'd say Chucky right now.
There was this chick that popped out in the Frankenstein thing, and she was like bugging out, very scary.
Ridiculously hot, crazy hot.
Alright, so we're gonna walk into Apocalypse World War II. It might be scary, who knows? We'll find out soon enough. Well, apparently we have some wolfmen here, and okay, oh, well, hey. Lovely creatures of the night. Apparently people running everywhere. There's chaos and terror all over this place. Undead zombies or whatnot, I don't know what to make of it, so. Oh, well, there. I'm gonna head out from the destruction zone with all these zombies going all around and the okay, never mind. Come on, let's move it. Come on, Josh, I'm gonna don't shy, man. I've only been here for about an hour now. Things have just been going downhill at the moment. I'm incredibly sweaty. I think the deodorant's like, it's wearing down. I want my mom. I really want my mom at the moment. If you're watching this, please send me a fresh pair of underwear. Hi. My name is Lawrence. Do you like bananas? I like bananas too. I think she likes me. Can you tell me where the nearest bathroom is? Well, there are a lot of nightmares here. Pigman. Was that real? I think that was real.
Oh, well, well, that's real too. Approaching many strange and weird creatures. I think it's Scarface. Yeah, well, looks nice at his age. I want to go home.
The haunts and scares of Halloween Horror Nights wouldn't have been made possible without a team of expert show directors. 3 of them came out to give the media a glimpse behind the scenes of Halloween Horror Nights.
So the entire park has this really cool essence to it that if you are kind of walking into the Universal Palace Theater, if you guys have been to the website, you can kind of see we built a completely full-scale model of the interior of this theater that is represented on the website. And all of the things that are inside this theater are represented here in this park now.
When you walk into the park, we have our ushers, Julian's other ushers that may have died in the Palace Theater with him, looming out in the front gate, welcoming you into the Palace Theater. Then as you walk down Hollywood Boulevard, we have our own production crew, which we're calling Lights, Camera, Action. They're filming our version of Chainsaw Drill Team 3D. It's a movie that we are filming in the streets of Universal Studios, but the Chainsaw Drill Team has gone completely mad and they're turning on their production crew.
Man, we auditioned thousands of people. It's crazy. It's like American Idol out there sometimes. It's nuts. And you go through the process and you ask them questions like, what is your favorite horror movie? Why do you want to work here? What's your favorite Halloween Horror Nights memory? Yell for me. You know, because you're looking for different things. So I might not be looking for the same thing from a bride as I would be looking from Frankenstein.
All right, I think that'll do for me, Yellow Jackets. I need a warm bed and a cold drink after this long and hectic night. So here at Universal Studios for Halloween Horror Nights 19, I'm Lawrence Lara for YJP News. I'll see you another day.
You see the commercials and think, that could never happen to me, or they're just trying to scare us. But of course, that isn't true. Drunk driving related deaths are substantially high. In Florida alone, in the year 2008, there were 2,978 traffic fatalities, and 1,041 of those were due to intoxicated drivers. That makes us third in the nation, not necessarily an honor we wanted to receive. Now, a big contributor to these crashes are teens just like you. According to the CDC, teens account for 12% of all traffic-related deaths, but yet they only consist of 10% of the population. Because of these numbers, law enforcement is cracking down even tougher on first-time DUI offenses. The new Florida law states that first-time offenders can have fines imposed of up to $2,000. They can have their license suspended for up to 1 year, or they can receive 6 to 9 months of jail time. A new device used on first-time offenders is the ignition interlocking device. This new technology requires drivers to blow into a breathalyzer designed to measure blood alcohol content. If any trace of alcohol is detected, the vehicle's ignition will not start. We also got a word with Trooper Nottingham on the importance of not drinking and driving.
The citizens, your parents, and law enforcement trust that you will make the correct decision. That is, don't drink and drive.
But above all, the most severe repercussion is losing the life of a friend, a loved one, or even your own, when all you had to do was give up your keys. Justin Clausen, YJP News.
Ever wonder what goes on behind the scenes of a theater production? Well, I'm Lawrence O'Hara with YJP News, here to take you behind the scenes of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. Here in the dressing room, the actors prepare 3 things for their show: their hair, their makeup, and their costume. It can be a long and tedious process, but with a lot of practice, it can go by pretty quickly. So how do you turn an actor into a character? Well, first you gotta put on some makeup. Step 1, apply foundation onto a cotton swab that matches your skin tone. This might take a while. Next, apply some blush to give your cheeks a rosy glow. Use a brush and apply the blush. Use long, wide strokes. Next, apply the eyeliner to give your eyes some definition. Then again, if you have any problems applying makeup at all, and you harm yourself in the process, ask an expert, like Megan over here. She knows what she's doing.
I hate that.
Then, grab your costume, put it on, and in no time at all, you'll become the character that you always wanted to be. For musicals like Charlie Brown, the actors need to warm up their voices by singing beforehand. Then the stage manager calls the performers onto stage. Well, it's showtime. Hope to see you on stage.
Hey Jackets, I'm Justin Clausen with a look at conspiracies. Let's start off with Men in Black. No, not the Will Smith movie. The Men in Black are supposedly government agents who go around quieting anybody who knows about aliens. Some think they may be aliens themselves. Though even if it were true, you gotta admit, they are pretty stylish. But speaking of men in suits, let's talk about the Beatles, specifically Paul McCartney. According to some people, Paul is, well, dead. Yes, some people believe that the real Paul McCartney died in 1966 and was replaced by a look and sound alike. You really think we would talk about conspiracies without mentioning the idea the moon landing was staged? Now that is a conspiracy. But seriously, there is a school of thought that says the moon landing was staged in order to make the citizens of the US happy and to convince the Russians we beat them in the great space race. Some people have spent their lives viewing evidence looking for a solid way to prove this. But we at YJP are willing to find the truth. Just send us a rocket and $30 billion. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this look at conspiracies. Here's a quick look at your announcements.
Hey Jackets, I'm Krista Muhammad. Looking for a tasty barbecue meal? I recommend you come out and try the new Johnson's Barbecue Restaurant right next to Fred's Silent Kitchen here in Bartow. Johnson's Family Restaurants has lasted through 5 generations. It all started 90 years ago in the little town of Alp, Alabama, where Elton Johnson was born on April 28th. Elton was always looking for ways to branch out and expand his business by selling pre-made sandwiches out of a side room of the gas station for a dime a piece. He then thought of the idea to add a small kitchen and eventually a dining room to make it a full-service restaurant when the sandwiches became so popular. With family help, the first Johnson's restaurant was established.
Well, Jackets, these dishes sound too yummy to pass up. All this talking food has got me very hungry, and nothing sounds better right now than barbecue ribs. Signing off from the Johnson's Barbecue Restaurant, smoking since 1954, I'm Krista Muhammad. Smoke you later.
Hey Jackets, I'm Justin Clausen with your weather outlook. We'll take a look at our weather headlines for today. Rainy for most of the day. We've got cooler weather for the next upcoming week, and the clouds are going to linger around for just a little bit. We'll talk about that in a second. But when I say cooler today, it doesn't even compare to what they're experiencing up in the Northeast. Take a look at some video that we have. In Washington, D.C. alone, up to 30 inches of snow before it's all said and done. That's going to delay some flights and shut down federal offices as well. And you can see just blizzard-like conditions for that part of the country. But back home, right now, we're sitting at 50 degrees currently, winds 15 to 20 miles per hour, and high humidity, of course, for our rain. The winds are actually going to factor in for tomorrow as well. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, it's a 100% chance of rain because we're going to have widespread rain over our area. 55 is only going to be our high. We stay breezy, like I mentioned, into Saturday. That's going to keep temperatures down to about 56. 59 for your Valentine's Day. Our sun comes out and we start to warm up a little bit. But on Monday is our next chance of rain with a 20% chance of rain. So stay in the low 60s continuing throughout the week and getting back up to a high of 65 for your Thursday. That's your 7-day forecast and your weather outlook. Now let's send it back to the anchors.